Sure, everyone knows about getting rid of fresh glue with a drinking straw or let it set up a little bit and use a sharp chisel, but I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do to eliminate glue squeeze out right out of the gate.
All right, now this is a gem of a tip. So what I've got here is a gun cabinet. It's actually laying on its back. This is the bottom, and I'm adding this trim. So this is pretty common with carcass construction where you'll add trim or crown. And I'm gluing these in place, but I don't want the glue to migrate up past this top surface, of course. So as the picture showed, I cut this little groove pretty close to the top edge. It's 3 millimeters, 3/32, something like that. And when I put that glue on there, I'll place it like this and then bring it down, which squeegees the glue downward. And that should mitigate, or even better, eliminate any glue from coming up and squeezing out this top surface. And then I can anchor this from the inside with screws that should get nice and tight. But yeah, that makes a huge difference by adding that little groove.
So again, nothing too tricky here. I just lay the blade over at a 45-degree angle at the table saw, make that shallow groove right up next to where you don't want the glue to squeeze out, and you're golden. Alright, this video is really short, so I thought I'd show you the finished piece in action. Top section has a place for this lady's guns. She's quite the avid hunter. A little bit of jewelry storage, nothing too tricky. And this entire unit, I didn't realize it was going to go here in the closet, but this is where she decided to put it. Oh wait, there's more. So this entire thing rolls out from underneath the top section, right? And a little hidden stash.
Yeah.
And here's another example of using that glue groove.
All right, so these doors are supposed to have this offset, but when I was gluing it up, I accidentally made this side flush and the offset is on the back. So I found a piece of wood that matches, cut a thin slice, and we're going to glue that on to make it match. So I start out by clamping these little blocks of wood, and there's a little bit of an offset, so I can use a scrap of wood, index that against that little offset, add that little sanding block, clamp it down, and now I have a perfect place to add this veneer. Now there's a little groove here, and I'll show that to you in a bit. By adding this with glue, this will create the offset that I'm needing. Of course, I'll have a cowl in place. So here's that little groove I was telling you about. And that was just cut at the table saw, set at a 45-degree angle, and that'll eliminate the glue migrating past that edge. All right, got everything clamped up, and I usually do solid surface countertops, so I have like 4 buckets of these clamps. Super handy. All right, so this has been on about 50 minutes, 55 minutes, whatever. All right, let's see how we did. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Of course, these are wild. That'll get trimmed flush. This is a little wild. That'll get trimmed. You can see most of that glue came out. Well, all the glue came out this direction. Those will get flushed up. This will get cleaned up. And back to where we were with our beautiful offsets here and here.
So here's a close-up of that offset where the door meets the leg. And you've probably seen this piece before, but I'm pretty proud of it, so you're going to see it again. Anyway, thanks a ton for watching. Hope this helps somebody out there. Ciao.